Trapping in a street fight is going to be very simple. Complex trapping, say I were to, no, just block my hit. Now I go to hit you, and I do this, and I get into more complicated trapping. That's more skill development. It's not going to happen as much. You'll find in MMA fights, people might clinch, and they'll use that as kind of a simple trap where I go like that to get my hit, right? I go like this, boom, and I get my hit. The other ways that you can get to traps are if his hands are up, I can jam and hit. Like I just did, I can actively seek the hands, and then I do what's called a jut sow, which I kind of jut and hit, right? The basic trap is your pock sow and hit. So pock, you hear that pop, right? So pock sow and hit. Now the other one is, when I pock sow and hit, if he blocks, I can lop sow, which is grab and hit, right? Or I can pock and hit, or I can throw my hand out, get this, grab and hit. So the basic traps you're gonna see in like full contact resisting is I'll jut and hit, where I do this, jut, and I get my hit. Or I throw a punch, he puts his hand up, then I pock and hit. Or I throw my hand up, and I go lop and hit. And sometimes he throws a punch, I'll parry, and he blocks this, then now I have a choice to pock and hit, or if he blocks this, I can lop and hit. 1 and 2 traps you might see in a fight. Anything beyond that is skill development. Looks beautiful. Put it in your movies, right? But in a fight with a person resisting, I call trapping the shutdown phase of the fight, because I want to shut down his hands so he can't hit me, right? I don't want to be... Trapping is an early form of grappling, right? It's just distance grappling where I control the hands. So if I'm in a bar fight and there's a bunch of people and I don't want to get hit a bunch, and this guy's standing right here and you guys are around, and the wall and exit's over here and I got a wall here, his hands are up, I may do this, right? Jut, hit, come here, create a barrier while I use him as a barrier to get to the door. That's why I call trapping the shutdown phase of the fight, because my goal is shut down his ability to attack. So I'm dealing with a bunch of people trying to hit me. I don't want to get hit. I want to get my hits in. I want to get to a position of control, right? So you have your simple where same thing, just like I did here, and I pull and I hit, I can go pop and I get my hit. We call it skipping rocks, right? It's like the rock hits the ground, pop. Right, his hands are up. If I threw a punch, he'd just block it, right? So I go bang, or I go bang, right? But I give him enough resistance to create that opening. Because if I just do this, see what happens? I want to go boom. You okay? You smacked yourself there. Okay? But I want to create that opening. So when he pulls back, I'm in before he is. Because if I just do this, just right. If I do this and he if I'm hands up. I barely do this, and I go to punch, see what happens? So I need to create that opening. See how I turned his body? He thinks he's got the block, and bang, right? If I go, bang, right? He thinks he's gonna get that up, bang, right? Bang. Now notice how I pull when I do this. I use my body weight, right? So if I do this, and he's resisting, I'm gonna step and get it in. So working on simple traps, right? Hands up, I'm just going bang, right? So it's a skipping rock where I pull and hit. Or this one, pop, pull. Notice how I elbow up. Because if he's throwing a punch, go ahead. I'm here. And if that hand's coming, then I can go into what I'm doing next, right? But that's why I go like this. No, your hands are up. So I'm actively going like this. I pop this way. If he's close enough, that's an elbow.